starts here at the Walbury Hill car park. Hordes of walkers have arrived. You can see this part of the walk is part of the Test Way, long distance footpath. And that's the way ahead, heading up to Combe Gibbet. And there it is, Combe Gibbet. The original gibbet, which this is not, was built in 1676 in order to hang George Broomham and his mistress for the murder of George's wife and son. Combe Gibbet, there's a reasonable view over to the left, down a valley. The problem with distant views at the moment is it's very hazy. Heading further along the ridge and the path becomes quite rutted. Further along the ridge, heading towards Ham Hill. As you can see, it's very hazy in the distance. On Ham Hill, the walk turns left along this track, which is known as Green Drove. The staggered crossroads in the hamlet of Buttermere. Not the one in the Lake District, of course, but the far less famous one in Wiltshire. That's the way ahead, down there past the phone box. The phone box in Buttermere, the walk turns left down here, Church Lane. James the Great Church at Buttermere, which still has its 13th century windows. Buttermere is the highest village in Wiltshire with a church. It's about 830 feet above sea level. It's St James the Great Church at Buttermere. A window inside St James the Great Church at Buttermere. Now walking along Buttermere Bottom, and that dark mass of trees to the right is the start of Buttermere Woods. Along Buttermere Bottom is clearer now, and there are some great views ahead. Still a bit hazy though. The walk has now climbed up towards Combe Wood, and this is looking back the way I've come. That's the path I came along. And there are some other walkers along another path there. Superb views. I've had a route finding problem, but somebody's told me this is the path to Linkenholt. Let's hope they're right. Solve the route problem. I should have gone along that path where those walkers were and not climb the hill. And that path is in this view, and it comes to this junction. And the way ahead is through there, into this Combe Wood place. Correct route along the Test Way, another section of that long distance footpath, along the Test Way through Combe Wood. This way, heading for Linkenholt village. Great views ahead. Up this path through a narrow strip of woodland. And here, for confirmation, is a Test Way waymarker. St Peter's Church, Linkenholt, with its intriguing wooden spire. By the way, this is Hampshire. I've been in Hampshire for some little while now. Walk leaves Linkenholt along this path, heading towards the village of Faccombe. Along the path, there are some decent views ahead to the main North Hampshire Downs Ridge. Great view of the North Hampshire Downs Ridge sweeping to the left. Hamlet of Netherton, which is just before Faccombe. This It's on the signs, and that's the way I'm going. That is the way ahead. Barnabas Church, Faccombe. This has featured before in July 2008 when I did the Ashmansworth Circular High Hampshire Hobble Walk, which was posted on YouTube at about that time. Another view of St Barnabas Church, Faccombe. The church was built in 1886. Track leading away from Faccombe village. This will eventually lead up to the North Hampshire Downs Ridge for the walk back along the ridge to Walbury Hill. Fantastic view ahead, and you can see the clear path of the way ahead. The path is going to dip into a valley and then rise sharply up to the ridge, and it's boiling hot, so that's going to be fun. Approaching the ridge of the North Hampshire Downs, and look at this fantastic view to my left. Wow. Turns left off the main track here over this stile, and across a further stile you can see in the distance. There's the other stile. The stile, the walk turns right and crosses this field to join the main ridge which carries the Wayfarers Walk long distance path. There's a sign there on the main ridge. We turn left along the main ridge back to Walbury Hill car park. Along the ridge with great views over to the right, except it's very hazy. And there's the ridge and the way ahead again. Approaching Walbury Hill, which is the highest chalk hill in England. Walbury Hill is in Berkshire, so this has been a walk of 3 counties. Some of the ramparts of the hill fort on Walbury Hill. It's the largest Iron Age hill fort in the country, and this doesn't really give us a scale. Walbury Hill car park, and the end of today's walk.